What's going on, legends? Welcome back to the channel. In this video, I'm going to be sharing with you guys the best tips for DMZ that will not only help improve your experience, they will overall help you improve as a player. If you guys do enjoy this content anytime or find this video helpful in any way, make sure you show your support for the channel by going down below and smashing that like button. It's going to throw a goal of 100 likes on today's video, as well as if you guys like to find a way back to the channel for more quality content, make sure you just do hit that subscribe button alongside that notification bell so we don't miss you in future videos. All right, first up, this tip I'm really just going to be calling utilizing your insured slot. Essentially what this means is you're going to want to make sure you are choosing the best or one of the best possible weapons in your insured slot, as that is something that you are very limited with. And if you happen to go in and die with it, you will have a massive cooldown. So you're not going to be wanting to go in there with just any everyday weapon, as you will really just be wasting this slot. It's important to note, however, sometimes you will have to use this slot with a specific weapon with a specific set of attachments in order to complete missions. Outside of that, you're going to want to make sure you guys are set up for success. If you guys are looking for a top weapon or a best weapon to put together, I definitely recommend ARs and maybe even the RPK under the LMG category, but I do have a video that I posted recently, which I will share in the description below if you guys want to know more about those builds. But if you're running an SMG, a sniper, basically anything that's not an assault rifle, you guys need to go check out that recent video. Tip number 2 is going to be a little bit different. I call this recovery runs. Sometimes you go out there, maybe you had your insured slot weapon on, or maybe you just had some of your best gear, and you go out there and things don't go your way. You either get eliminated by an operator or a whole series of AI or bots come and just mow you down. Once you've died, you're going to have a one-plater on, and you're not going to have a medium or large backpack. So definitely recommend diving in, collecting money, spending the whole run, making sure you guys get a new 3-plater and a medium or a large backpack. And maybe it might be worth also going and exfilling with a couple of weapons. You guys can exfil once you kind of have everything that you need and restart fresh with a new run, having your 3-plate already equipped and a medium large backpack to help you stow or carry items. Now, the real idea behind this is that you will make your future runs much more successful. It is very difficult to survive on a 1-plater, and of course, it's really hard to stow any items if you are using the default backpack. More than likely in these runs, if you're not going for these things specifically, or even sometimes when you are, you may just get eliminated and things are kind of just rough. So you're definitely going to want to utilize these recovery runs as a way of setting yourself up for success for another additional run or for future runs in general. Next up, we have contraband weapons. Now, without contraband weapons, you can find yourself in quite a predicament at a lot of different situations. Maybe you have a bad run and you lose all of your stuff. You're going to want to be able to go in with something. It is important to exfil with an extra weapon in your backpack, or even as a secondary when you are exfilling successfully in general. So what I like to do is when I have a medium or large backpack, maybe I eliminate a AI that's carrying a Vaznev, maybe I'll put that in there, or even an RPK. Any of the weapons that the enemies typically drop are great weapons to put in your bag or stow as a secondary. So that way, when you exfil with them, you can kind of just unequip these and keep these in your contraband. That way you're not really running into situations where you have to jump in with your fists because you just don't have a viable weapon available. I think this puts a lot of people at a downfall, as maybe you go through a few runs and you find yourself getting eliminated. But when you do have those successful runs, it is really important to just carry or stow any contraband weapon or any weapon that you may want to use as contraband in the future, even if it's as simple as one of those weapons that the AI will drop when you eliminate them early on. I think a lot of people forget to do this, and later on they just end up having no weapons available in their contraband, which essentially makes getting started without anything a lot more difficult. I think by having at least a couple of contraband weapons, whether or not they're the best possible options, will be extremely helpful in those recovery runs that we were just talking about. And this next tip might be one of the most important. I call this extra plates and self-revive. Essentially, you had one of your recovery runs, you got your 3-plater equipped, you got a large backpack, maybe you're running in with your insured weapon, you just have a lot on the line in the run that you're in. It really, really benefits you in any run for that matter to just save up a bunch of money or rack up a bunch of money as quickly as possible. Get yourself to the nearest buy station or shop. Make sure you fill most of your inventory with those extra plates. And if you do not already have a self-revive from a previous exfil, 100% you need to save up enough money for one of those as well. I believe it's 7,500. So at minimum, if you don't have the self-revive, you're going to probably want around 10K. If you do have a self-revive, maybe 2,500 to a few thousand extra can be utilized to buy plates and put you in a very good position. If you have a ton of plates and you have the self-revive, you'll be putting yourself at a lot less danger. Even if you're in a squad, if you guys don't have those extra plates, the 3-plate's not really going to do a lot for you, especially if you have no way to plate once taking damage. And in a lot of situations, if you don't have the self-revive, you might actually get knocked and have one of your teammates unluckily get knocked as well. That could be the end of a run. So This will really help you guys avoid a lot of issues and definitely put you in the best possible position to be prepared for any engagements you might run across. Now, the last tip for today is going to be about safe exfils and utilizing the hunt squad contract to your advantage. Safe exfils can be done in a couple ways. If you guys are feeling like you need to get out and you're really worried about the exfil itself, a hostage rescue can be a great option, as once you actually drop the hostage off, you guys are going to want to make sure you stay in it, and then that way it will take you guys with it, and you guys will kind of exfil under the radar without anyone really knowing that it's coming in, except for maybe if they just see it landing. The other part to this is the hunt squad contract. Now, this is where that final exfil comes into play. A majority of my exfils, I think I have around 150, and over 50 of those are in the final exfil. Now, once you get to the point in the match where you are basically going toward that final exfil, I always take a look at the map. Now, the last few exfils at the last point before the final exfil and the final exfil is really where this is going to matter the most. You will want to look at the map for the hunt squad contract, which has the little skull on it. There is absolutely none of these on your map. You are either the final person or the final squad. If you do actually notice that there is a hunt squad contract, you can basically plan for that engagement, and you can even make sure you're the first ones at that final exfil and plan that engagement accordingly. In a lot of these situations where there were squads left over and we knew they were coming, we were able to eliminate them pretty much immediately and exfil safely. And on the other side of that, obviously if we knew that there were no hunt squad contracts, we could kind of just chill, play it safe, make sure the AI doesn't eliminate us, jump in that helicopter and take that final exfil to safety. Now, these are what I believe to be the best possible tips to help you not only improve your experience in DMZ, but overall improve you as a player. Hopefully these will help you on your journey, and hopefully some of them are new to you, even if some of them are some that you might have heard before. That's going to wrap things up for us here. Thank you guys for all the support in today's video, all the support on the channel, and I look forward to seeing y'all in the next one. Peace.